Dude, okay, imagine the pull apart. I'm gonna cry. When you're trained to basically not feel, then it's like hard to communicate as an adult.
I don't know, I feel bad for men who are shitty.
Guys with sisters, green flag.
It looks low-key yucky, but
just you wait.
We're gonna have a sleepover tonight with Amanda. Are you excited? We're gonna have a new friend.
It's crazy, it feels like December again with the
I am back from the store, ready to rumble. I asked Amanda what she wanted to bake, and she sent me this Instagram of a chocolate baklava. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Sleepover Series number 2.
Thank you for having me.
It's a great honor.
Was this also a thing in the first episode?
No, there's actually just no consistency except that we're just having a sleepover.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Do you need any help, by the way? You're just like pouring flour as your
flour. You can put in 1 pack of instant yeast. Oh wait, no, actually, I don't know what the order is. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, go for it. What have you been up to lately?
I've just been like figuring out where I want to end up in life.
What has the thought process been? Because I've been feeling very lost these days, months as well.
I feel like we're both been feeling lost. I feel that energy even though we haven't like caught up in a while. Do you ever feel that on social media from your friends where you're like, you know where they're at even though you actually haven't talked to them? Like,
it's more when people disappear.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not really there. Christine definitely left for a long time. Yeah. We're all just like probably alone in our rooms, like binge watching shows.
But like we don't take offense to like each other because we just know.
Yeah, the long reply, that's my guilty thing.
Wait, why do you feel like lost? You mean like location wise and like where you want to move to?
And also like how I feel about like making videos. When you first start making videos, you feel that like, oh my god, it's so exciting because you've never done it before.
A rush of
and then it gets to a point where it's like more normal. So it feels more like a job.
I like felt guilty for thinking of it as a job because it's like, oh my gosh, like this, I'm so fortunate to be in this position, and like in the grand scheme of things, it's like a fun, easy job, you know what I mean? So I almost felt guilty that I was like feeling like it was a job. I think it's just like by nature, your like relationship with things change. You're not gonna always think of it the same way.
Right.
Even though you feel like this now, you might also like enjoy it again once you find like a new type of content. So it's very like
even just like going to New York, I felt like so excited to vlog because I'm actually genuinely excited about what I'm doing in life. Even in high school, I always knew, like, oh, I want to live in different places, explore and travel. That's why I really like couch surfing, like living with locals. But then with COVID, it's just like not really a thing. Then it also instilled a kind of like a bit of fear, anxiety around traveling. So I think it's just a matter of like stepping out of that, which New York definitely helped slightly. Wow.
Wrap her up. This is my best thrift find.
Wow.
When I saw it, I was like, you're coming home with me. Okay.
I think that should be good.
Nice.
Alright, whisk up. Oh, I have a mini whisk in here. Mini whisk!
Oh my god! Like I'm a giant baking. Okay, my impression of Toronto. It's exciting at first. The scene is very, like everyone is kind of to themselves, at least that's what I find. I don't know if you find that as well. Especially in winter because like nobody wants to like dress up and like in snow boots and then leave your house and whatever. It is slightly better in the summer. I will say like Toronto during the summer for like the 2 months where the weather is like peak.
She's cute.
She is cute. Also in terms of the people, obviously it does not apply to every person because we have like lovely people like this.
That's trying to leave.
That's also trying to leave. Because it's like such a large city, so there is industry. So it kind of like gives like this false sense of importance to certain people who get like sucked in.
Oh, interesting.
I think there's a lot of egos in Toronto.
Oh,
is what I'm trying to get at.
okay.
Yeah, it's almost like I met a lot of people with like really large egos in Toronto, and in my head I'm always like, dude, it's like we're just in Toronto. No matter where you are, like there shouldn't be egos, but like I find that a lot in Toronto.
One really interesting thing my editor pointed out, he was like, he feels like whenever he hangs out with people, it's like people finally taking a breath of air. Like, because everyone is usually so like, go, go, go.
That's what I mean by everyone's like so like in their bubble.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Like everyone is so focused on themselves, like not in a bad way, but just like,
well, you have to like pay the rent.
Exactly, yeah.
And, like,
you have
live in the city.
With anywhere, maybe it is just like finding the right people. I think that's like the biggest thing. I think the reason why Toronto is hard is because there's not that many similar people who are doing like the same things.
That's true, like other creators.
Yes, because maybe if we had like a good community of people, like a solid crew who is able to do like the casual hang or like co-work or whatever, then maybe Toronto would be enjoyable.
More appealing.
Yeah, I think it's always about the people.
Agree.
But I think it's just obviously, naturally, there's more of those people in LAs of the world and New Yorks of the world. So that's why it's because, again, objectively, I don't feel the safest in New York or LA.
That's the thrill of it. That's why you're going.
Yeah,
she wants to feel a little bit.
Like, is someone gonna catcall me when I walk?
Oh my god.
No, like, dude, catcalling in America is actually an issue. Like, I knew it was an issue, obviously, but in Toronto, it doesn't happen
never
so
happens.
overtly.
I've never been catcalled in Canada. I think my overall style has defaulted to be very baggy and androgynous, or more
as
so.
Like protection for yourself?
Yeah, because I just feel like the male gaze is so yucky when it's like...
sad.
Yeah, like in high school, I used to wear like short skirts, crop tops, short shorts, and I remember like, I think it was like grade 12, and we were downtown actually. We were walking, and then my friend was like, oh my god, those guys were totally checking you out. And that was my first time like being aware of like that being a thing, like checking people out. And I was like, I just felt gross. I was like, ew, and I was like, don't like look at me and don't look at me in that particular way. So I think I just very much defaulted to be like baggy, covered. I'm like,
but that's sad that you had to take that on instead of
yeah.
In Toronto, I would feel comfortable like going out, like if I'm working out in like a sports bra and like leggings, like I would feel comfortable going to the gym or something like that.
Yeah.
But like if I was in America, like I probably wouldn't. Oh my god, the first day I was in LA, I walked outside and within 5 minutes I got catcalled twice. Like not that it matters, but I was just wearing like a crop top and like jeans. And I remember I was like, it's literally like, I'm not even exaggerating, it's been 5 minutes. I walked outside, someone drove by, rolled down his window, like yelled something at me.
Ew.
And then as I was like calming down from that, someone had passed by me on the sidewalk, and he was like, "Hey yo, mama." Yeah. I know. And I was like so shook. Like I felt so
sorry.
As someone who has lived in like both cities for extended periods of time, it's something that is so distinct.
Yeah, that is some yucky energy.
Yeah.
I guess people who grew up there, they either just get like tough skin because it's just the norm. But I think if I had to go, like I would just straight up start wearing garbage bags. But you know what's great? That there are a lot of not icky men. There are lots of good, great men in the world. That's why
there
it's
are.
Awesome.
I definitely. Did you go through this phase? Like I definitely went through this phase where I was all hate all men.
Oh yeah. That was like a uni thing. I remember people being like, I hate, like fuck men.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it's something I had to get over for sure.
Yeah, I think I recently read Bell Hooks, like All About Love. I think before I was always like, oh, I don't really feel like saying that because I feel like you're just like perpetuating this expectation for men to suck. And I'm like, but what if you're like, oh my god, men are so supportive and empowering and patient and good listeners towards women, then wouldn't that be just like the status quo? And then if you don't live up to that, then You're a fringe person.
It's hard to say that though when it's like clearly not the majority, where it's like it sounds like satire almost when you say it.
That's
I
so
think
sad.
I think that's it definitely is perpetuating like that men suck, but then it's hard when so many men will just reaffirm that opinion and be like, well, like I was right. You know? It's hard. But yeah, I definitely have to get over it because it was like stopping my ability to dating.
Yeah, in general.
Whereas you just like see an ick, you know, and you're like, oh, ick. Have you not seen those TikToks where they're like, what's an ick?
It's just like when you just feel gross out when guys do a certain thing.
Yeah. But have you seen those TikToks where
no,
like,
I'm not. You know I'm not as on the TikToks here, so you're gonna have to reenact them for me.
But it's just girls describing their really unique icks.
Oh, okay.
It's something that a guy can't control.
Like what?
Some of them go to the extreme where they're like, when a guy walks or something like that.
Oh,
but
I don't know. I feel bad for men who are shitty because like shit makes shit, you know? Like what environment were you raised in to be like that? The first boyfriend that I had when I was like 12 or 13, he was not very pleasant, to be quite honest, but I also saw his parents and they were like, I don't know, like evil Disney villain energy to me. The 3 guys I did after that, the one thing they had in common were all their moms were teachers or professors.
Oh, interesting.
And in their households, it's like the relationship is very solid, it's very communicative, it doesn't feel like one person's dominating the other. Like the women are very, I don't know, they stand up for themselves, they're very outspoken, they're respected. And like those guys were all very respectful and kind towards me.
It's definitely a reflection of how many women figures are in their life, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's why, okay, this is like such a plus for me when guys have sisters, particularly older sisters.
I swear to God, guys that have sisters are just so much more normal around
Yes.
women. Because I was thinking about that too, I was like, all of my guy friends have sisters.
Yeah.
And I've dated like guys with only brothers, or like one guy who's like the oldest brother with like 2 younger brothers, and in a family that like not really communicative, and it's just like,
it's not the vibe. I mean, my brother has 2 sisters, older sisters, so he's good.
He's good.
Ladies. He's single. He will be turning 21.
Would you ever auction him off?
I actually don't know his type. I feel like both of our audience is mostly girls, so maybe this is like
dating.
Yeah.
Dating. Oh, you should make a video where you set up your brother on 5 dates.
Guys with sisters, green flag. Red is red.
Red is red. Did it rise?
Oh, it rise. I'm not sure how much it needs to.
Should we wait longer? Is it cold in there?
It does feel a little bit.
It's like blowing air. Well, we're at the right time of 9:37, so the night is young.
Oh, it's like afternoon.
Oh. So what's your work schedule like? I feel like the internet is like, wake up at 5, rise and grind.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's...
I used to be like that. I used to be like, well, I think for a specific amount of time it worked for me where I was like, I need to feel like I have some sort of routine, or like feel like I can wake up and like separate my day. But then I think the pandemic like changed that, where like now, as long as I have some sort of work-life balance, but that doesn't have to mean like so rigid as like, oh, I wake up at 9 and then I stop working at 5. The nature of this job, sometimes you gotta work at like 10 p.m. But as long as you like balance that out on the weekends, or you know, other times. So my schedule is non-existent.
Ooh, that looks good.
It does. It's gonna go inside the dough.
I've never had babka before. Have you?
No. Okay. I just have been seeing this recipe on my Instagram so much. I'm like, I want to make it, but also
it's a lot of effort. Yeah. Like I was baking bread beginning of quarantine. Yeah. And when I was living in a house full of people to eat the bread with. So it's nice when you were. I was like, dang, I haven't baked in a long ass time. So this is a good.
Yeah.
This is
good
motivation. It is so cute for us. This looks so cute.
Look at us, we're just like a faking sleep.
Beep boop bop.
Just girls' night.
Rolling dough with a freaking cup. How do you like baking or cooking?
It definitely needs to be with someone. Like I wouldn't do it by myself.
Right.
because then you're just left with like 24 cookies and you're like, I mean, this is great, I could eat all of them by myself, but also
tummy ache.
Yeah, exactly.
You're doing great, sweetie. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much.
I love eating dirt.
It does look like mud.
It looks low-key yucky. But
just you wait.
Yeah.
She said, how much chocolate do you want? Yes.
Yes. Yes, yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, this looks gorgeous.
So beautiful. We look like kids that like their parents left home alone for the first night, and like, this is the dinner that they stay.
That is us.
Are you ready? I'm ready.
I feel like surgery.
Bread reveal.
Ooh. No, what's the thing that's like cake?
Is it cake?
Is it
You need to
cake?
stop at the end, don't you?
Oh, right. Okay, good call. Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa, no way.
Dude, that looks tasty.
I'm actually salivating.
I know, it looks so good.
Okay, and now we just twist it up.
Dude, we're making like a baguette. Look at how long ours is compared to the other guy. The other guy like twisted it 2 times.
No, we are on a long one.
Damn.
Wow.
I have a good feeling about this. Oh, she flipped out the.
Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, you know, I've made bread a few times or something, so I know some tricks.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's
Dude,
sexy.
That is like the most perfect twist I've ever seen.
We might have to split her in half, or we just put her on one tray. We can squish her.
You kind of
do that.
Crunch it up, yeah.
In this one then?
Mm-hmm. My mouth is actually wet. Plop that boy. Ooh, that was sexy.
Okay, I think she'll expand.
Yeah. Put her in the oven.
See you
Sleep well.
What do you think, George? Think it's gonna be a good one? You gonna watch it for us?
How many minutes has it been? I don't know. I have no idea. 20 minutes or so? Yo, it's so tall. That looks luscious.
She rose.
Dude. Okay, imagine the pull apart. I'm gonna cry.
All right.
Oh my god, it smells so good.
Oh my gosh.
It's bubbling.
Holy smokes.
Whoa.
Wow.
Are you ready?
Ooh.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Show and tell. Beautiful. Okay, pull it apart. Oh my god. This is like one giant cinnamon roll.
It looks so good.
Oh my god.
Oh. Wow. Like, I think we just eat a chunk. Yeah. Okay. Cheers. Cheers. Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Pretty bomb.
That like cake bread.
Ow. Wow. It was like food.
Mmm.
Wait, we got it like perfect. When I wonder. Damn.
Wow.
The inside of a chocolate croissant.
Oh my god, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
If the inside were inside and outside,
Mhm.
and just all around it. Let's rip them into bowls and then let's watch a movie. Let's watch Red Panda!
Turning red.
Oh, turning red! Mmm. Thank you for sending us good inspiration today.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Okay, I don't know if you feel this, the more you get older, sometimes I feel like I'm more secure in myself, but then also, it's like, wow, there's so many things that I still need to work on.
What's that aspect of your life currently?
I think just my like communication skills, where I was like, oh, I thought like okay, But then I recently realized, well, like I really have to work on that. So.
Communicating like how you feel, or
communicating how I'm feeling, and then also just I don't share like my struggles with a lot of people. Even this is hard for me to communicate. I'm like, I know how I feel, but then it's hard for me to put into words. You know?
Right.
It just takes practice.
Exactly. I think it's a very like Asian household thing too, where you're not really like taught to express how you feel. It's kind of like put your head down and like do
yeah. Sometimes
work.
my mom has like gotten annoyed at me for crying, like for being really upset.
Yeah. And I'm like the type of person where like if I'm frustrated, if I'm sad, if I'm angry, I will cry.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I don't get into yelling zone. When people yell or like raise their voice, not even yelling, I'm like,
I just cry. Yeah.
no.
But then it makes you seem like you're like incapable of like, having a serious conversation, but it's just like I cannot have it in this capacity. Like
Yeah,
you know
or when it's like so emotionally charged.
Exactly. When you're trained to basically not feel, then it's like hard to communicate as an adult.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Do you think the image you have of yourself matches the image people see you as?
Oh, I think one thing that I was surprised by was like people describing me as wholesome.
I think that's the first impression people get. You're just like a free.
I'm like pretty down to do anything.
Yeah.
I'm down to do not wholesome stuff too. But I mean, not in a way that hurts anyone or anything.
Yeah.
But like I'm very like, I'll try anything once within reason.
She's not like a goody two shoes. Like wholesome is not the right word, but I know what people are getting at, where it's like you're very
Like cozy?
Yeah, like a warm person.
I like being cozy.
Yeah. But wholesome implies that you're just like, you don't do anything out of line.
Like I don't do drugs.
Yeah.
I do them all the time.
We did coke before. Someone's definitely gonna actually take that seriously.
Oh, also maybe that people think I'm extroverted.
People think that?
What can I help you with?
You already helped me enough.
This is your launch bread.
Thank you so much.
Get that bread. You should have brought your marker set and we just stick them.
That's the most chaotic launch photo.
Light them. I can help you as your creative director.
That was so beautiful.
And make you chaotic, memeable content.
Yes. How would you describe me to a stranger? Wow, I like that.
All I can think about is your bio on Never Napping. Amanda is a creative and artist. It makes
Ever since she started.
like energy-wise, you feel reserved. Like your energy is like very chill and grounded, but you're like fun and down to have like a chaotic time. Which to me is you're like a great balance. Like you're someone that I can just like be completely quiet in a room with, and we can just like do our own things, and we don't have to like talk to fill the space.
But then like when we're being wild, we can also just like,
We can go off.
Yeah.
And just be like blah 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 blah. Talk about anything. I think she's a very authentic person. Like if you weren't feeling in a chatty mood and you like met strangers, I feel like you would just
I've done that before.
you would just be like not chatty, you know? Like I don't think you're someone that has to like present yourself or act in a certain way if you're not feeling that, if that's not true to how you are. I think she's an authentic boss-ass baddie.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I feel like I really admire just how much you do and have done. And like career-wise, for sure. I think that's pretty awesome.
Thank you. Well, I love this game.
A+.
Aw, they make Toronto look so cute.